All right, real quick, it's yours truly, Mr. Taliaferro. Before the video starts, it would mean the world to me if you follow me on Twitter, Instagram. That's how my business grows. At is Mr. Taliaferro on your screen right now. When you follow and subscribe to me, you become one of the pharaohs. That's how I talk business, and that's how you support a young hustler out here getting it. All right, Mr. Taliaferro TV, how's everybody doing? There's one thing that I feel like we don't give Drake enough credit for as an artist, as a rapper. Say what you want, say you don't think he write his bars, whatever. But there's one thing we don't give him credit for, in my opinion. Drake does go back and forth with a lot of the legends in rap, right? I believe in my heart of hearts, there's been a lot of Drake and Jay-Z disses over the years. And there for a fact has been some Drake and Pusha T disses over the years. We've seen Drake go at Kid Cudi as well. Like, Drake has never been afraid to go at some of the elder statesmen in rap. He's never been afraid to want that smoke, and I've always appreciated him in that regard. It's never personal, but it's just hip-hop, and I've always appreciated that about Drake. We don't see the Kendrick Lamar's doing that, and maybe Kendrick, that's not his calling, but if you want that top spot in rap, I feel as if, though, you got to challenge somebody to take it, and you got to show the old heads that your time is up. You got to retire the old heads, in my opinion. We ain't seen Kendrick do it. We damn sure ain't seen Big Sean do it. He won't even take the smoke from Kendrick. We ain't really seen Cole do it like that. And I really appreciate that from Drake. Now, to be fair, Drake is the biggest rapper in the world, and he definitely is an easy target because he sings as well. He's light-skinned. A lot of people kind of say he's an emotional guy. You know what I mean? He's definitely an easy target. But I've always respected that about Drake. Now, if you don't remember, there was a Drake to Pusha T diss. He also dissed Kid Cudi on this record as well, on the Two Birds, One Stone. This was when Drake was on his Summer 16 tour, I believe. And it was a slight jab at Pusha. He said something along the lines of, "But really it's you with all the drug dealer stories that's gotta stop though. You made a couple chops and now you think you Chapo. If you ask me though, you ain't lining the truck with kilos. You bagging weed, watching Pacino with all your niggas. Like this what we need to be on. But you never went live. You middleman in this shit. Boy, you was never them guys. I can tell because I look most of you dead in your eyes. And you'll be trying to sell that story for the rest of your lives. Can't show us where the cash is. Me, I don't judge. I'm going out where the math is. Numbers inflated." Again, bars at Pusha T. We obviously all know that Pusha T is a reformed drug dealer. Hell, all his music for the most part in his career has been drug dealer music. He sold crack. He sold cocaine. Like, he sold all of it. Anything you can think of, he sold it. And no disrespect to Pusha T, but I felt like Drake kind of gave it to him. Drake saying, "Yo, you pushed this drug dealer story." I think he was playing off the Drug Dealer Anonymous record at the time that Pusha T had with Jay-Z, right? Where Pusha might have threw a jab at Drake on that joint. And Drake and Pusha have been going back at it for years. I think this stems from the Pusha T and Lil Wayne beef. I respect Drake for coming at Pusha. He gave him bars. He said, "Yo, you ain't that dude. You keep pushing that same little drug dealer story. What you gonna do that for the rest of your career?" Now, I can't confirm or deny this. I don't know who Pusha was back in the day. Drake saying, "Yo, you was never that guy like that. You was more or less the middleman in that shit. And now you trying to take that drug dealer story and use it as your narrative for the rest of your career." Them some tough bars by Drake. For all you dudes saying Drake don't write his shit, I don't care who wrote that. Them some tough bars. Nevertheless, Pusha T got back at Drake. His new Daytona album is in the atmosphere. It will be out actually midnight tonight. And he gave Drake a shot or two on the project. He said, "The game's fucked up. Niggas beats is banging. Nigga, your hooks did it. The lyric penning equal to Trump's winning. The bigger question is how the Russians did it. It was written like Nas, but it came from Quentin." Matter of fact, I want to go on a little bit more because I think there's another jab in it. "At the mercy of a game where the culture's missing. When the CEO's blinded by the glow is different. Believe in myself and the Coles and Kendricks. Let the Sox puppets play and their roles and gimmicks." Shit. All right, so again, there are a couple jabs in what Pusha T dropped on this Infrared record that is on his new Daytona album. He flat-foot dissed Drake when he said, "Look, it was written like Nas, but it came from Quentin." He's pretty much saying, "Nigga, you have a ghostwriter. This shit sounds great, but you ain't write it." All right, you got bars. The bars are immaculate. If he's comparing it to Nas, we know Pusha has a lot of respect for Nas, but he's saying, nigga, you ain't write it. So it came from Quentin. We obviously know during the Meek Mill and Drake diss and the beef that them two had, Meek Mill claims that he found out that the Rico record was written, it was a reference record written by one Quentin Miller. Then Drake and Quentin Miller had their differences. After that shit hit the fan, and Meek reportedly got into it with Quentin Miller and company. So obviously we know where, that's a straight diss from Pusha T. We know where he's going. I think he even dissed him a little more, a couple lines on down. Pusha T's no fool. That dude knows rap music. He studies the game and the culture. He's a smart individual. He said, I believe in myself and the Coles and the Kendricks. He's saying, I believe in my music I'm pushing, and I believe also in Drake's peers' music, the J. Coles and the Kendricks. That's clearly a diss to Drake. Like, yo, my nigga, your peers are who the people should be listening to, not you and your fake puppet music that you're rolling out. Like, I think that's like a very heavy shot. I'd say that's a bigger shot than the Nas, but it came from Quentin shit. Cause it's like, yo, my nigga, I want the youth to listen to the music that these guys are making, not the shit that you putting out in the atmosphere. And that's why I told y'all the other day, if I'm Drake, I don't know if I could ever forgive Meek Mill, because Meek put something in the atmosphere, and it's probably the truth. He put something in the atmosphere that's going to hurt Drake and kind of haunt him forever whenever he wants to be involved in those lyricist conversations. He opened up that conversation of, you don't write your shit. And once we start that you don't write your shit conversation, it's always that doubt in the back of our mind for those who love hip hop. Like, yo, this sounds amazing, but did you write it though? Hashtag, did you write it though? And Pusha T capitalized on that and took a stab at Drake. Listen, there's nothing serious. As a matter of fact, I watched the Pusha T Hot 97 interview this morning, and he said it's not real beef with Drake. Hip hop is a sport. And I was listening to Pusha T do an interview with Rap Genius over there with Barkman, if I'm not mistaken, and he was like, I feel like everybody thought that the Two Birds, One Stone was aimed at me and Cudi, so on and so forth. And that was fine. You know what I'm saying? I heard it. I felt like, okay, I can't have an argument about how real I am, meaning Drake kind of tried to call him out about his drug dealings in the past. He's like, let's not do that. If it's rap, let it be that. And I'm speaking my truth on this. I don't think it's anything disputable. Pusha T's like, yo, you say what you want to say, but I'm telling my truth. Are you doing the same pretty much? Pusha T, this is Drake on his new project. Who do you believe got the better of the exchange out of the last two discs that have been put in the atmosphere from Drake on the Two Birds, One Stone, and now Pusha finally for sure responds on his Infrared record on his new album Daytona that I am very excited to check out at midnight tonight. Listen, off top, I would say Drake got the better of the exchange because he went in more depth. But I'm going to have to roll with Pusha because he was more witty. And he's playing with something that I think is a very serious aspect of Drake's career going forward. You could never prove that Pusha T didn't move the dope that he said he moved. But there are people who are at Drake's neck saying, yo, you got reference tracks to some of your rhymes. So I think what Pusha spoke on in regard to Drake is definitely more provable than what Drake spoke on for Pusha. I thought Drake had better lines, but Pusha might have more fact behind what he's doing. It's all in the fun of hip-hop, though. I love it. Thank y'all for the time. Let's party. Don't take it for granted. Salute. I'm out.
I want to salute you, homie, you know, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now, you're turning up on MrTaliaferro.com, shawty.